Panzerkampf.
In the blue square, we have La 40 Divisão Blindada, or the 14th Armored Division, submitted by Adnecrius. This team consists of 1 SPG-2 Voraz, 2 LT-1 Petricotos, 2 MBT-1 Cuspidelas, and 1 MBT-1 Cuspidela Forest Camo. Facing them in the red square are the Rude Dudes and the Crazy Popo, submitted by Charcharadon. This team consists of 1 Genesis tank, 1 Pile Driver tank, 1 Maul tank, and 2 of the Crazy Popo. Alright, the battlefield is set, the tanks are ready, and we are underway in 3, 2, 1, go! And before anything happens, I just want to point out real quick, I love the spinning lights on top of the Popo. That's just amazing. Alright, there we go. Shots coming out of the Maul. The Genesis moves forward. The Popo are starting to move. Looks like the 14th Armored Division is making the first real telling hits here. Advancing bravely forward. The Maul is firing. I don't see the Pile Driver doing anything. Hang on, I know there's somebody in here. What, I forget, there's somebody here. That, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, geez, the Pile Driver gets pile driven by the 14th Armored Division's main battle tanks. Look at this. Look at them just advancing in formation. That's beautiful. The light tanks are not doing half as well, but they're still putting fire downrange, which is more than the Rude Dudes are doing. I think the Maul's the only one that's seen fire so far. Come on, man. The Maul is showing the pile. Okay, the Pile Driver finally started moving. I am not sure what happened there, Charcharadon. Your tank. Oh, geez. Your tank is good at bouncing cramshells, it would seem. Oh, the Varose is trying to duel with its own light tank. I'm not sure that's the most efficient thing it could be doing, Varose. The Genesis is aiming its turret, but not firing? I'm not sure. And the Rude Dudes are engaging a light tank. Well, they were engaging a light tank. The light tank just sheared the whole side of one of them. Or the Popo are engaging the light tank, and it just sheared the whole side of one of them off. The Pile Driver is nothing more than a lifeless hole now. I don't even know if it's alive. But I called it lifeless. Yeah, it is still alive. Oh, one of the Cuspidelas has just taken. Oh, it's been blown up. Oh, geez, 2 of them's blown up. Oh my goodness. Well, I think that one in the middle is almost certainly dead. Yeah, the one on the left is dead too. That's 2 Cuspidelas dead. I am not sure what happened there. Maybe they collide with each other. Maybe the Maul's just that good at putting fire into them. Look at that. It's been cored. It's almost dead itself. It's dueling this Cuspidela at knife range. Oh, but then the Varose saves its brethren. Nice shot. Very nice shot. It finally got itself turned away from that light tank. The Popo are struggling here. I'm not gonna lie. Fortunately, the Pile Driver still has some use in it. It's shielding the Popo from the remaining Cuspidela over here, which seems to be shooting itself now. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh jeez. But that doesn't mean that the Varose can't come in and work some magic here. Oh, dang. That may have been what killed those other 2 Cuspidelas, is that cramshell. The cramshells from the Varose came in. They were all packed together. I wasn't watching close enough. The Genesis is still alive and kicking. It's still firing. I'm not sure what it's firing or what it's firing at. Let's zoom out here. Get behind it so we can see what's going on here. I think it's trying to aim at the Cuspidela, which means it's going to try to fire through its own Popo and the Pile Driver. There's a close cramshell, near miss, blows a few blocks off the Pile Driver. The Pile Driver is surprisingly tanky. The turret didn't stick around very long. And it didn't seem to work. I don't know what happened. It's not moving much at all. Of course, it's been damaged now, but it didn't fire either. The Genesis is coming in. It's charging bravely. I think it's going to hit this light tank and do nothing to it. Okay. It's holding up pretty well, surprisingly. It's not really taking a lot of damage. Shears a couple of barrel blocks off the light tank. The light tanks aren't doing much to it, honestly. They're just kind of bullying. They are doing a lot to these Popo, though. It shears the other half of that Popo's gun off. I was wondering how effective those guns are going to be, and the answer turns out not very. Oh, jeez. How's this one doing? He's got 1 gun remaining. Plinking away at the Varose with it at long range does not seem to do much. Oh, and the Cuspidela. You what, mate? You what? That's my support, not yours. Get out of here. Blowing its own hole off while trying to shoot down at the Popo. I think the Popo's done. No, it's still alive. Wow, it's still got one gun functioning, albeit it's... Oh, okay, I lied. It's not alright. It is very much not alright. Look at that hole, though. It's very interesting. That's pretty much all that's left. I guess all the important things were kept in there. Emphasis on were. Oh, jeez, that's brutal. The Genesis is pretty much the only effective tank left in the battlefield, and I say effective with a very, using that word very loosely because it's missing a lot of blocks itself. It's still got enough to move around and shoot, though, which is all it needs to do right now. It should take out this Cuspidela. I think that's the thing it needs to focus on right now. That or the Varose. I think the Cuspidela is the more potent threat because it can move faster, it has rams, and the gun is more rapid firing. Fortunately for it, the Cuspidela is not taking the rear shot offered here by the Genesis and is focusing on the injured Popo over here. This Popo is, wow, really good at preparing. It's already got one gun up and running again, although I don't know if that's reloaded now. It's a huge gun. Oh, there goes some blocks off the back. Interestingly enough, the Popo looked really fragile, but it turns out, I think what I'm seeing here is that metal decorative shell is just that. It's decorative. It's not. It's like just an extra layer of armor because the inside there is that heavy armor shell. I guess I'll go over in a full review, but that's really clever. The inside heavy armor shell is what's keeping them alive, and they have good repair capabilities. Unfortunately, those exposed guns against tanks that are fast and have these rams are just not good. Oh no! I'm having visions of the metagame all over again, except there were 3 of them in this fight. Unfortunately, they seem to have nuked themselves, so there's only one left, but one is more than enough. I suspect if we had all 3 Cuspidelas still in the fight at this point, it would be pretty much over. Unfortunately, they all bunched together, and one way or another, they got themselves blown up. There's a cram shell going into the side of the Genesis, just shrugs it off. Look at that. I know there's heavy armor on the side there. Oh, it's heavy armor slopes on the inside, triangles. That explains why it's shrugging these hits off so well. Very well-built tank. It's just a shame that it doesn't seem to do much. Those little dinky shells are not doing much at all to the Cuspidela, and that's what's been firing at this whole time. I think it's got good repair capabilities. It may come down to who gets rammed or who has more materials left, which will probably be the, if I had to guess, it'll probably be the armor division that has more materials left. Oh, geez, that was it, though, I think. That was an ammo detonation. I'm not sure there's much left in this poor thing. I'll give it this, the Genesis is very tough. I think it's the only one to have taken a ram like that, and... Oh no, the Maul took a ram. The Maul took a ram pretty nicely. The Cuspidela is just wailing on it at knife range again, just sticking the gun straight through the hole and saying, "Here, stop this." Oh my gosh. Let me knock your heavy armor off with my rams and then just shove this cannon up where it hurts. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, I think the Genesis is cooked, folks. I don't see any hope for it here. That's a precise cram cannon shell coming right inside where the Cuspidela moves out of the way. I know it's probably just luck on for the most part, the formation, the shots, everything, but I'd like to believe it isn't. I think that this is a very well-built team by Adnecrius. There goes the head of the Genesis, and that's surely the end of it now. Yes, 2 damage will despawn in 5 seconds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this battle. So a big congratulations to Adnecrius. Your 14th Armored Division will go on in the primary brackets, and Charden, your Rude Dudes, and the Popo are all going down to the secondary. Thank you both for participating. Thanks to everyone who watched, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.